Live, the place to discover your new favorite band. Today is Friday, November 14th. My name is Jason, and we're coming at you from our usual spot in Chicago. Today, we have a band that's brand of heavy music is in a league of its own, combining elements of hardcore, doom, and modern metal for a truly unique form of metalcore, all the way from Swindon, England, Heriot. Take it away, guys. Hey guys, this has always been something strange for us here at Audiotree. Over 88% of you who watch our videos are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So could we please ask you a favor? If you like the show and you like discovering new music and you want to support us, the free and simple way to do that is to just hit the subscribe button. And our commitment to you is that if you do that, our team will continue to get the best bands we can. We'll listen to your feedback. We'll book the bands you want to see on the show, and we'll continue spreading the word of live music to the world. Thank you so much. Commander of Pain. And I felt the pain, guys, let me tell you. Yeah. That was awesome. I'm trying to figure out what the hardest thing I felt was during that song. Either all the pinch harmonics in that main riff, either E on your guitar, that hard-ass diamond plate pick guard, which is so cool.
Thank you.
Or the fact that I'm hearing really big natural kick drum. I love it. It sounds so awesome. Very cool sound, guys, and that song is really cool. Cheers, man. Tell me, right now, you guys are on tour with Trivium and Jinjer, right?
That's right, yep.
What is it like to be the hardest band on the tour?
Couldn't possibly comment. We don't agree with that.
I don't know, guys. I do know me some Trivium and some Jinjer, and I know if I was going to that show, I'd be really stoked to see a band like this opening the set.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think like we have to try and win people over, but it's a cool challenge, especially because we've never been to the States before. It's our first time playing the States, so yeah, it's sick. It's really cool.
That's got to be really exciting. What has the reception been like to the band so far at these shows?
It's been really good, hasn't it?
It's good. Everyone's really nice as well.
That's awesome.
Way nicer than back home.
Oh, really? All right. We will elaborate on that later. Definitely. So, what is it like for you guys to be here for the first time in the U.S., to be touring here for the first time, to be playing these shows? Did you guys have any expectations that you thought might happen that have been met, or maybe some surprises that have happened since you guys have been here? What's it been like?
Oh, it's a difficult one. I personally had like no expectation. I thought let's just come into it with no idea, because I've been to the US a few times, just like on like vacation and stuff. But yeah, for like gigs and stuff, it's just been ace. I think I've been really pleasantly surprised with how many people say welcome to America. Every different place we go, that's really a really nice thing and unexpected. But yeah, it's been surreal, man. Yeah, it's a dream to come over for the first time with Trivium and Jinjer. I think I think we'd all agree with that.
Huge tour, so cool.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. So, Swindon, England. This is a place that maybe it's under my radar. I don't hear of a lot of heavy bands. That's what I had a feeling. Tell me, what is the heavy scene like there? I don't hear a lot of heavy music coming out from that part of England. What was it like kind of coming up from there?
Not great, in all honesty.
It's dropped off a little bit these days.
Yeah, the local scene has kind of very much dropped off. We kind of only really have one venue left in the whole town, and it's mainly just tribute bands on. And
Yeah,
that's
it's not
about
the
it.
people's fault. The venue's just closed and just sort of dried out.
We did have some good bands coming through, like way back. Obviously, you guys started listening to like heavier stuff way before I did, and went to some cool shows.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
when
was
we were
some real-
teenagers, there was a lot of cool bands around, but unfortunately,
Like 2010.
yeah, when we were very, very young.
Yeah.
So, being from more of a unique place in England like that, what was it like finding these individuals together to start Heriot? What was it like finding guys on the same mentality that wanted to play heavy music together? How did that come about?
We were just in school together, so it started out with me, Jake, and Julian, and I think we just all loved the same stuff growing up.
Yeah, we were in like different bands
Yeah.
at different times, and I wanted to do something heavier, and then these guys were keen.
And I will add as well, from us being from a place where there is no real heavy live music always happening. Deb is from the home of metal, Birmingham.
I am from Birmingham, yeah.
So there is.
I'm not
so
from
much great
Swindon.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm from Birmingham.
One of the lucky ones.
Yeah. lots of heavy metal going on there.
And gravy.
And gravy, yes.
When I listen to your guys' band, I hear so many different styles of heavy influences, you know? And when I think of a scene or a place like Swindon, it's so interesting to me to hear all these different elements of different kinds of heavy styles in your music. You know, we got the hardcore elements, we got the crazy hard pinch harmonics. You know, we even have these brooding vocals, very moody vocal passages when you're doing your clean vocals. It's really a very unique sound. I don't know if I could literally sit here and give you a band that I could say sounds like Heriot. How do you guys think you sort of formed this really unique sound, being from the place that you're from and with this collection of individuals here?
I think it's just like a combination of everyone's different metal influences, really. Obviously, collectively, we were all into heavy stuff. But in terms of like subgenres, we kind of have different pockets of interest there. So when we're writing, it all kind of ends up getting mushed together in one big melting pot. You know, like Jake likes the dirtier, really, really heavy stuff. I like that kind of stuff as well. And all of us do, but, you know, like Julian's into new metal. He's influenced by like American football and bands like that, as well as all the heavier stuff. I like a lot of shoegaze stuff. And I think knowing that and listening to us, you can kind of pick those bits out sometimes. But it's just all of our different influences in one place, really.
Yeah, right away. I mean, even with the Godflesh shirt, I've heard some of your guys' songs with more of those industrial passages and stuff. Right when I saw you walk in with that shirt, it just clicked in my head. You're speaking my language when it comes to subgenres and identifying every sound in a metal band. So it's always fun to kind of put those dots together. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's hear a couple other songs.
To a new place.
Come on, guys. I'm like smiling so hard at that ending. We get the closed hi-hat breakdown, but then a pause before a repeat of the same breakdown. So heavy and so cool. Also, just off the bat on those two songs, Jake and Debbie, you guys have such a cool mix of vocal styles. I love your higher range, and dude, you almost got like and I don't mean this, I mean this as a compliment. I almost get like a John Tardy obituary vibe from your
Hell yeah,
vocals.
man. I mean-
You know what I mean? It's a really cool mix. And then the singing is beautiful. You are such a talent. I don't know how anybody could go from just screaming their head off to then being like, yo, let me sing this part perfectly. That's crazy.
Thank you.
So, last year, we saw the release of your guys' debut album, Devoured by the Mouth of Hell. And I was doing a bunch of research on this album for this interview, and I found a lot of interesting facts that I just want to talk to you guys about, including that I read you guys had most of an album written, and it was a chosen idea to scrap some of that material to start from the fresh. I know you guys did this record with Josh Middleton from Silosis, amazing guitar player, amazing producer. What was it like? What was it like working on this record?
I mean, yeah, we did a bunch of writing for the album pre-festival season of what year?
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it
23?
23 would
must
have been,
been.
Yeah, and then we were like, cool, and then we had to go do loads of like festivals. We did a tour and stuff. That was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months past. Came back, reopened up all the sessions, ripped them apart, threw loads away, did all that stuff. Because I think from being out doing festivals and just being on tour for a while and stuff, you kind of get a better idea of what you want to write and what would work and what wouldn't, and what we feel would be the most fun to play and stuff. So we scrapped a bunch of stuff and sort of rehashed it again. And then, yeah, felt a lot better about it, I think, the second time round. We kind of approach writing that way most times the same now. We just try and leave it a little bit and then come back. And
That's really cool. I've always thought taking space and time for some perspective on your own music can really provide a lot. So that's really interesting that you guys provide yourselves that time. Because I know a lot of bands that'll just write the first thing that comes to their brain. That's it.
I mean, we do that too.
Sure.
We
And
do that too,
sometimes you know
100%.
when it's hitting, right? You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
when it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
good. So, and I also read you had a pretty heavy role in the production of the record too. So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
that is very interesting to me, and it's cool that you had to be you guys have somebody in the band that's a little more hands-on with everything. I think that always yields to more satisfying results when it comes to the final product of these songs. And this is quite a record. It is quite a diverse record, and it's very cool. What was it like when it came to writing more of a body of work like that, as opposed to maybe an EP or some smaller releases you guys had done before?
It was definitely daunting at first, because I think there was a certain level of expectation from the EP that did better than any of us could have anticipated, I guess.
I quite like going from an EP to an album, though, because then there's more scope to make something a bit more cohesive and have a bit more of a running theme. EPs, I think, when we started, we were just, it gives you a chance to kind of do whatever you want to do on every song, whereas album, we were like, right, we need to have, like, motifs and have stuff to come back and have it flow nicely. I enjoy that bit.
Yeah, I think it was positive to have, especially on the EP and some of the singles, we kind of touched on elements we wanted to try, but hadn't actually had the opportunity to fully flesh it out. So, yeah, I agree with Julian. I think we all feel the same. It was quite daunting because we had an expectation to deliver, but it was fun for us to be able to really explore some of those ideas that we hadn't really fully fleshed out before. So that was cool.
So this, actually, very recently, we just saw the release of the first song you guys played here today, Commander of Pain. Mm-hmm. What was it like after recording this album and going through that whole process to then going back to a smaller body of work? Did it feel like maybe there was a little more lessons you guys learned along the way from working with something of a bigger project compared to maybe just a single song? What was that like?
Yeah, for sure.
I think like we had a bit more, obviously time, like is the most obvious thing to kind of really sit back and think about what we wanted to do. And again, like as Jake's been saying, we've gone on even more tours now than what we did with the album before we were writing the album. And you just kind of pick up things from the road that you think, this bit works, this bit doesn't. And with these 2 singles, we were trying to collect everything that we've learned almost.
I feel like every time we write something, the next time we go to write, we kind of sieve whatever we've written before, and then the good stuff comes through, and then we chuck that into the next bit and sort of expand on it. But, yeah.
Do you guys ever have any shortage of creativity in this band? You guys ever find any roadblocks along the way when it comes to being more of a prolific band like this?
I definitely do. With a lot of like, especially clean singing and like guitar solo bits, I try and take as much time as possible because it becomes really irritating for me if I have an idea of how I want it to sound and I can't get it to sound that way, I'd rather like leave it alone for a while rather than just do something quick and, you know, have it done. I'd much rather take a step back and think about it and then, you know, hand it in when it's ready.
Absolutely. And kind of like, Jake, what you were saying earlier, taking that step back must provide you guys so much perspective on these things, right? Then you could come back at a later time. You got some gigs under your belt, more experience in general under your belt.
Yep.
You're viewing at it differently then, you know? You're looking at it at a different angle. And I think that that's something that should be more commonplace. And maybe it is, and I just don't know about it. But I do think it is a very cool way when it approaches songwriting. And that way you're getting really the best out of everybody here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think like we're quite lucky that we've got so many elements to the songs that we write, and we're not kind of shoehorned into one kind of subgenre of metal. So anytime we want to try new ideas, we're very good at like pushing each other because we know everyone's got the ability to do something cool. So we try proactively push each other to do that, and that's kind of the sound that's become us really. We're a bit of a melting pot, but when we go into future writing, we can be creative because we're not like, oh, it has to kind of be this because this is our sound now. So that's really fun. That's really fun.
That is really cool that you guys can include so much in your own music that it almost gives you so much more space to expand upon. So you guys, here for the first time in the U.S., we got an album under your belts. We got this new single out that sounds awesome. You guys seem like you're definitely on an upward trajectory. What can we expect from the future of Heriot?
We haven't got that far yet,
Yeah.
but a second album
More
definitely
riffs.
next year.
More
Yeah, we've got like
stuff.
26 more shows of this tour, and then we'll think about that. Loads more riffs, loads more tunes, just getting stuff together.
Yeah, we're not slowing down. That's kind of the key point. We take everything kind of day by day, smash this tour out, and then
Try and
work
keep
on
in the
this.
swing of things. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tour music. That's how it goes.
Never
isn't it?
stops, baby. Never stops.
I love it, guys. Let's hear that last song.
Hell yeah.
And alas, we have reached the end of the session. As usual, I would like to thank the camera, the audio crew, and everybody here that was able to make this possible today at Audiotree. I would love to thank Heriot, guys, for the amazing performance today. And lastly, I'd like to thank our viewers. If you're watching this means you could also listen to this session on Spotify, Apple Music, and any digital streaming platform known to man. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe to the channel, maybe leave a comment, see how you feel about the session. Once again, my name is Jason. We really appreciate your time, and we'll see you very soon. Peace.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?